Somebody had asked Prabhupada about quality chanting. Uh, Here, how can we be sure that when we chant the round, that the round is a perfect attentive round, sincere? Therefore, and Prabhupada replies, therefore it is Shastra. You must. There's no question of understanding. The quality of chanting, the quality of the chanting, he's asking, how can we make the quality the best? And then Prabhupada begins to explain. Quality. Uh, you'll understand, first of all, come to the quality. The idea is, after you come to that quality, you'll understand what quality means. Without having quality, how he'll understand the quality? You follow the instruction of your spiritual master, of the Shastra. That is your duty. This is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. You're supposed to chant 16 rounds at least every day. It's your duty. So just chant. Quality, no quality, it is not your position to understand. When the quality comes, there is no force. This is meant by quality chanting. You will have a taste for chanting. You will desire at that time. Why 16 round? Why not 16,000 rounds? That is quality. That is quality. It is by force. Right now it is by force. You'll not do it. Therefore, at least 16 rounds. So Prabhupada's point is, if he did not create an initiation vow and make the disciple promise before Krishna that he will chant at least 16 rounds every day, he will not chant 16 rounds. I will not chant 16 rounds unless I promise before my spiritual master and Krishna and the Vaishnavas at the time of initiation. But when you come to the quality, you will feel yourself. Why 16? Why not 16,000? Why do I have to stop with 16 rounds? Why can I not chant 16,000 rounds every day? That is quality. Automatically. Automatically you start feeling like chanting. Just like Haridas Thakur was doing. He was not forced to do. Haridas Thakur was chanting 192 rounds a day. He had told Danavir Prabhu at that time that he took 16 hours a day to chant. The remaining time he was preaching. Um, so he was chanting so many rounds. He was not forced to do. Nobody told Haridas Thakur he should chant like that. He didn't promise before his spiritual master that he's going to chant like that. Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he requested, now you're old enough, you can reduce. So he refused. But Haridas Thakur refused even when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, you can reduce your chanting. No, up to the end of my life I shall go on. That is quality. Have you got such tendency that you will go on chanting and nothing to do? That is quality. See, Haridas Thakur, he was not duplicitous or engaging in sinful activities while chanting. Nor did he refuse to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or his associates actively when he was asked to do so. He was asked to preach. He helped when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was conducting drama at Mayapur as a householder. Haridas Thakur also acted. So it is very clear that Haridas Thakur was an active participant in Lord Chaitanya's service. But at other times he was chanting. That is called quality. That is called quality. So much so that even when a beautiful prostitute comes to attract him, still he has the potency to stay away from her and he chants. He could have enjoyed her in privacy, nobody would have seen. He would have still been considered a VIP. But he did not do all these things. Sinlessly, offenselessly is chanting. That is quality. Now you are forced to do. Where is the question of quality? That is given a chance so that one day you may come to the quality. Not that you have come to the quality. Quality is different. Athasakti, asakti, attachment. This is one stage in Krishna consciousness. Asakti is just before Bhava Bhakti. Uh, just like Rupa Goswami says that, how shall I chant with one tongue and how shall I hear 2 ears? Had it been millions of tongues and trillions of ears, then I could enjoy it. This is quality. Quality is not so cheap. Maybe after many births. For the time being, you go on following the rules and regulations. It is being done by force. This is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti stage of chanting. Where is the quality? You wanted to understand quality. This is the quality. You'll not be forced, but automatically you'll desire. That is quality. I'm writing books. I'm not being forced by anyone. Everyone can do that. Why one does not do it? Why I get up at night, 1 o'clock, and do this job? Because I cannot do without it. So the idea is, when we progress in Krishna consciousness, then we cannot give up Krishna consciousness. We cannot give up Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. One cannot give up these activities. Specifically, one cannot give up chanting. Uh, so right now, when one does not have uh, uh, Krishna Prema or Krishna Bhava or even Krishna Asakti, how one will do it artificially? This is quality. Therefore, they like my purports. Why do we like Prabhupada's purports? Not just because it is speaking the truth, not just because it is speaking the unadulterated truth, because they are presented by Prabhupada, who is manifesting pure love for Krishna. Therefore, the purports are attractive. That quality is shown by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shunyaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahena Me. Oh, I do not see Govinda. The whole world is vacant. Shunyaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahena Me. This is quality. Just like we have got practical example. One man's beloved has died and he's seeing the whole universe vacant. Is it vacant? So that is quality of love. So there is no formula of quality. It is to be understood by himself. Just like if after eating something you feel refreshed and get strength, that is quality. You haven't got to take certificate. Will you give me a certificate that I've eaten? You will understand whether eaten or not, whether you have eaten or not. That is quality. So the idea is, ISKCON does not have to give you a certificate or a recognition. They don't have to put up a text in dandavats.com that you have attained love for Krishna. If you attain love for Krishna, you will understand it. Just as if I finished eating, I'm satisfied, I understand it. When you feel so much ecstasy in chanting Hare Krishna, that is quality. Not artificially. Chant, chant, otherwise get out. This is not quality. This is an expectation that someday you may come to quality. That requires time. That requires sincerity. But quality is there. It is there, dormant. Shravanadi Shuddha Chitte Kore. It will be awakened, not by force. So all of this mentioned in a morning walk on 2nd November 1975. So this is Krishna Prema. This is a description of quality chanting. Prema Nama, it's called Prema Nama Sankirtan. So in Krishna's apparent absence, the devotee feels extreme hankering. This should not be considered to be material suffering. This is pure bliss. Um, just like, I'll give a simple example related to cooking. If one, just like we have foodstuffs which are sweet and foodstuffs which are bitter. In India, in Bengal, and there are good cooks. There are good cooks who are very expert in cooking foodstuffs, which have six different tastes. There's shadrasa, it's called, six different tastes: bitter food, sweet food, sour, pungent, different varieties. Now, let's say I'm a bad cook. So even if I cook sweet rice, because I'm a bad cook, the sweet rice is bad. So even though I give you sweet rice, if it is not sufficiently cooked or if it is overcooked, you will not like it. On the other hand, if you are a good cook and you cook some bitter sabji, but you know how to cook it nicely, you are very expert, you know the art, then that bitter sabji tastes nectar. It does not taste sweet. It has a different flavor. The flavor is bitterness, but it is nectar of its own variety. Similarly, in Prema Bhakti, whether one is with Krishna, which is expressed in text 8, or one is apparently without Krishna, in both cases he is experiencing great bliss. They are just two different flavors. Just as an expert cook, whether he cooks a bitter food or sweet food or all the other tastes, they are all different flavors of nectarian food. Uh, but when we don't have love for Krishna, then when we pervertedly reflect the five rasas to conditioned souls of this world, and we try to experience Shanta Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya rasa in between Jivatmas in this world, then all of them are miserable. It is like cooking even sweet rice done by a bad cook. It is simply misery. There are different varieties of misery. Okay. Text 8. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly in his embrace, or makes me broken hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipable Lord unconditionally. Now, this is a statement of Prema Bhakti. This is Sambhoga. When the living entity in pure love for Krishna is with Krishna, then this is the consciousness. Of course, this is a consciousness in conjugal love, but this is a sample. One can understand from this how a devotee would feel when he or she is with Krishna with pure love for him in union. I have expressed the various levels of spiritual progress uh, in this table here. This column indicates the status of a non-devotee. He has not become a Vaishnava. By Vaishnava, I mean someone who has taken to Krishna consciousness on a Vaidhi sadhana bhakti on a daily basis. He's not even done that, and nor is he dharmic, nor is he sattvic, nor is he uh, in in purity, pure devotional service, nor is he perfect. Look at this. When one begins Krishna consciousness, one may not be dharmic, one may not be sattvic, one may not be in the mode of goodness, one may not be a pure devotee, one may not be a perfect pure devotee. And then, when he takes first initiation, he is supposed to practice Vaidhi sadhana bhakti on a daily basis. But he's also expected to be dharmic. He's supposed to avoid sinful activities. Uh, Prabhupada has very clearly spelled out in his books what are sinful activities. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is very explicit. For instance, one cannot be duplicitous, one cannot speak lies, one cannot be disrespectful to others, and so on. There are so many. Dharma is by which we mean common dharma, uh, and we mean varna dharma or ashrama dharma corresponding to the position one is in. Dharmic, but he may not be in the mode of goodness or pure or perfect. And then when he progresses further, he's expected to come to the mode of goodness. Uh, so he accepts dharma, he is Vaishnava, and he accepts the mode of goodness. He is now a qualified Brahmana. By the power of the Uttamadhikari Vaishnava's mercy, even people from the most abominable backgrounds can become fully qualified Brahmanas, Sattvika in the mode of goodness. But he may not yet be pure or perfect. And then later, he may uh, come to the position of pure devotional service. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamaye. Mama janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhaktirahitu ki tvai. But he may not be perfect. And then finally he attains perfection, in which he has all of these qualities. He's a Vaishnava, he's dharmic, he follows Vedic dharma. By Vedic dharma, we mean the minimum amount of dharma that is helpful for Krishna consciousness. And he is definitely in the mode of goodness, and he is pure, and he is perfect. He's a perfect, pure, sattvic, religious devotee. This is perfection. Internally, his state of consciousness is spelt out as uh, here texts 7 and 8. The Shikshashtaka is further described in Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela chapter 20. This is the final chapter of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, in which Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's description, his own paraphrase and explanation of the very verses that he wrote have been presented. Very beautiful. And I would request you, if you are interested in a further description of further explanation of Shikshashtaka, to go through that chapter.